Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Hogarth's Global Astrology. Know your planets, know yourself, or know your nation, know yourself. The two are interchangeable. And welcome to, as well, another Thursday Fry Up. And thank you so much for those that have joining me already. And interesting show I have for you guys. And I must just say as well, I'm kind of like enjoying my break, as it were. May I've kind of taken off, given myself a little break from consultation. Still did one or two, but this month it's all been about sleep, rest, going to the gym, looking after things, looking after the blood sugar, all of this stuff. And yeah, it seems like it's going well, and I've been enjoying the extra sleep as much as I adore all of you, of course, and all of my clients. Also, as well, a shout out today to Lorena. Oh my God, we had an epic chat, and I was able to say a lot of things that I'm not able to say on YouTube a lot. We spoke about a lot of things. We spoke about, the election. We spoke about the situation with Kate, Princess Catherine, all of that stuff. There's so much. One day, it's like one day I look forward to being able to be completely free. Yeah, completely free to say the truths that are there without censorship. Yeah, but I'm not even going to use that word too much. I'm not even going to use certain abbreviations. But one thing I'll let you know is this. I just have to make this little point. You guys will remember I did a Hogely, and it was Linda G, Dr. Lena, and I together. Great show. And there was a certain institution, shall we say, that I mentioned, on that show. And it wasn't my intention to mention that institution, but because someone asked them the question, and I'm like, what do you mean, blah, blah, blah? And I had to say the name of this institution. I want to let you know, the second I said that, that whole broadcast got demonetized. Yeah. Just so I was like, for example, the other day, as you guys know, I did a little kind of follow-up, tuning with Kate, for those that had seen it or whatever. And one person says, oh, well, you seem very kind of subdued, or, blah, 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 this, that, and the other, and what have you. And it's like, first of all, I'm a Brit, so, it's a bit different for us. But also as well, there is a lot that I just cannot share with you. Yeah. But that will change, and that is changing. The Great Awakening is coming. Don't forget, magic is returning, guys. And as we get closer to that election, get your magical books. I mean it. I mean it. Honestly, if there is any time to do that positive, good magic, of course, good magic, working with the light, irrespective of, whatever, working with the light, then these are the times, because there's a battle. Yeah, there is a battle. One thing I need to say as well before I forget, if any of you would still like to join me on my retreat in Santa Fe in August, from the 26th of August to the 30th of August, there are some spaces available. So I'm going to send a newsletter out as well. But anyone who's watching, because it's sold out, but as you know, things change. People have had situations happen, and that is life. That is life. Things change. So there are some spaces available there. It should be in the video description below. And of course, I want to say a thank you as well. Of course, I've got to wheel out the old Bookie book here, talking about magic. Hard copy here, the Candid Guide to Neo-Vedic Astrology. Thank you to everyone who has purchased the book so far. Big love. Thank you so much. Thank you as well for the incredible reviews, all 5 stars. It's just been amazing. But what I'm most proud of is that a lot of people are getting a lot out of the book. They're really enjoying it. They're finding it incredibly useful. And everyone's saying that how easy to read that they're finding it, because it does deal with interesting concepts, the yugas, the cycles of human consciousness. Not just that, but also as well the planets as people. Jupiter is your husband, yeah, be male, female, or whatever. Jupiter is the husband. And as you guys know, the ones who saw my Kate video recently, I analyzed her Jupiter in detail, the significant men in a person's life. In a woman's life, it will literally be her husband, but also the father-in-law, her father, and a significant brother. If you look at that analysis there, and that all turned out to be, boy, of course, it's accurate. But one thing I didn't know about Catherine's brother, Princess Catherine's brother, because I was talking about Ceres and agriculture, farming and stuff like that. Someone told me in the comments that he owns a farm. Yeah. And we all know, Prince Charles is into the environment and stuff like that. So we got an interesting show for you. I've got your questions that have come in. Here they are. I've not been able to go through and number all of them, but, there's enough to be able to tackle in one show. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you've enjoyed my content and would like to support the channel. It really, really helps. Thank you as well for everyone who's showing up here in the chat. Much appreciated. And of course, one last thing to say with book, if you are on Amazon Prime, the book is part of Kindle Reads. So you can essentially, if you're on Amazon Prime, you can get the book for free. So try that as well. Pop on, have a look, if because this is tough out there. Many people on budgets and stuff. I wanted to be sure that the book was affordable, the hardback and the paperback. They are, but some people do have budget constraints, so you might be in between paydays. Some people have saved up, some people have waited for payday. But of course, if you've got Amazon Prime, which a lot of people have, then you just click on that and you just download it, and you will have it for free, so you can have it there. And it works out, things. I'm not going to go into all details of it, how it all works, but essentially, you read the pages and that's all good. So I thought I would say that. So I think that's something interesting as well. Let's see if we can remember at the end. Michael Cohen testimony. Oh, interesting. I literally just had a little flick on the American news. Well, not America, it was CNN, but you guys is news. There's not only CNN, of course, there are others. And they were talking about a dramatic day in court. Yeah, where it seems they may have been able to trip up a certain Michael Cohen. So we'll have to see how that pans out as well. Who's in the chat? Goodness, lots of you in the chat. Before I announce the chat, let's read a quote. Yeah, as you know, I like to read because these are challenging times. I'm sure you would agree. Yeah. Let's just close my eyes and let's have a look to see what funny quote, what little bit of cheer Spirit can bring us today via this little selection in the book. All right, which is the funniest quotations to brighten every day. They're not always funny though. They're often profound. Anyway, let's see here. Oh, this is. I hope people aren't offended. The page it's fallen to is here that you can see. It says overweight. Yeah, that's the page it fell to. I'm just going to read it. All right. Inside me, there's a thin person struggling to get out, but I can usually sedate him with 4 or 5 cupcakes. That's from Bob Thaves. The next one is, I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Love that, George Carlin. My favorite machine at the gym is the vending machine. Caroline Rhea. And the next one is, thin people are beautiful, but fat people are adorable. Oh, I love that. Jackie Gleason. And the last one, what does it say here? Oh, this is a bit longer. It says, fat bashing in all its varied forms, criticism, exclusion, shaming, fat talk, self-depreciation, jokes, gossip, bullying is one of the last Oh, one of the last acceptable forms of prejudice. Ooh, from a very young age, before they can walk away or defend themselves, women are taught that they are how they look, not what they do or what they know. How profound. And that's coming from Robin Silverman, Good Girls Don't Get Fat, how weight obsession is messing up our girls and how we can help them thrive despite it. Well, I wasn't expecting such profundity from that, but that's absolutely bang on. Do you see? You get that little piquancy as well. I hope you guys enjoyed some of those very funny quotes and quite profound one. One would have to agree at the end. Absolutely true, I would say. All right, who's in the chat? And let's get cracking with the show. We're going to be talking about Prince Charles's portrait first. Oh, all right. Yeah. Anyway, let's see who is in the chat. So Patricia Franzino, thank you so much for joining me. Such a, you know, always in the chat, and it's wonderful. So nice to see you. And Patricia's going to be joining me in Santa Fe, aren't you? We've got here Sherry French who's saying, woohoo, I'm not late. And then Patricia saying hello. Oh yeah, look. Someone saying just ridiculous. Chariot voices from the swamp. So many creators having issues. Yes, we are having issues, and I can't even. Yes, we're having issues, guys, because things. Yeah, things. I'll let you join the dots. Let's see here. Linda Kennedy said hello to all the lovely folks in Hoagie. Oh, thank you, Linda. Love that side portrait style you got going on there. What's this? Just had 3 fighter jets through my valley drills, I suspect. I live on top of a mountain in Tennessee. Ooh, very interesting. Dallas LH. And let's do another one. Oh, here's Shari. What's this? Do you very much explain what you use? Not one mentioning simulcasting. Oh, very, very interesting. So yeah, it's a challenge, you know. There's a lot of rules. There's a lot of rules, but you know, at the same time, YouTube is fabulous. Yeah, it's incredible. It's allowed me to be with you guys, create this community, have this exchange backwards and forwards. So I'm immensely grateful. And of course, not all of this, the decisions are up to them either. So I don't want to lay the blame at their door. It's much more pressures from the outside. So anyway, oh, someone's saying it. Celtic Tarot. Oh, Sheila, darling. She said, I got my book. Love it. Mwah. Thank you. Yes, so everyone knows where to find it. It's in the video description below. Let's start. All right, so here we go. So Denise Ferguson and Sally Thurston. So Denise says, I was shocked at the portrait. Oh, actually, this is a reply to the original one. So Sally Thurston says, Commonwealth citizens here, King Charles III new official portrait is all in frightful bloody red. What is the true message? Very good point. And then Denise Ferguson replied to that comment and said, I was shocked at the portrait. Not very traditional and a bit disturbing. This is a great question. Can't wait to see what the cards have to say. And I would have to say, ladies, I have to agree with both of you. In terms of technical skill, because, you know, I'm an artist myself. I used to do, you know, acrylic, watercolor and all of this stuff. And as you know, illustrations in the book, what have you. Interesting that the magician is on the base of the deck. In terms of technical skill, it is accomplished. But the impression is, oh, I want to see what the cards have to say. The word I would use is sinister. And when you see the picture in the whole, you know, the bigger version as they show it on the screen, because it is a huge painting, you look at it and you're like, But when you actually see it cropped down as well, like, because obviously they have to create thumbnails and stuff like that, and it really does look like blood and slaughter, I must say. But let's see what the cards have to say. Yeah, so what was that? What is the true message behind this portrait? I saw a video by Whimsy. She's gone to town on the portrait, but you know, she likes to debate the royals and, you know, all of that stuff. Fair enough. She's not very polite about people about Britain, though. That's one thing I would have to, my little sixpence worth. But she does make a good point, and many others have. But let's see what the cards have to say. Let's see what the cards have to say about the energy of that painting and what it means. All right. Oh, I'm getting a little sweat going on. Let's see. Prince Charles's portrait. Prince Charles's portrait. Prince Charles's portrait. What's the energy of that? If the cards are benign and generally benefic, then it means there's nothing to it. If we get sinister cards, then we may have to infer different conclusions. Let's have a look. Interesting. Okay. All right. This is interesting. Oh, 309 of you now. What's interesting, the first two cards are wands. Yeah, the first two cards are wands. Remember, the first card will always talk about the energy of what the whole reading is about and its symbolism, etc. And of course, wands are what? Fire. What I said to my sisters was, like, some people said it looks like blood. One of the things because my sisters asked me about it, I said it looks like he's coming out of an inferno. And I just find it very interesting that here we're asking about the portrait, the very red portrait, and look who's shown up. Guy with a red cape here, looking at the world. So I think the intention of the portrait, because we're looking at it from the perspective of the portrait, not necessarily Prince Charles's opinion, and I think he's probably a bit divided, to be honest. But from the perspective, I think what the artist's intention of the portrait was to project an image of power of the monarch onto the world. Yeah. There is an element of power, but it does seem to talk much more about an imperial power, maybe very much of something of Britain's global legacy and empire. Yeah, that I think is what the inference that a lot of people are drawing from this, because you can see not only is he wearing a red cape, he's looking out the world. Two of wands, twos always deal with planning and making decisions. He's also looking at the globe. And of course, once upon a time, Britain used to be one of the largest, you know, empires on earth. Not necessarily a proud tradition, but do you know what I mean? It was nonetheless a reality. So this may have been some of the intentions of the artist, which was to kind of project a certain kind of power, which is out of step, shall we say, with the modern world. People don't really want to be reminded of colonialism and slaughter and stuff like that. But that may have been the artist's intention. We look here, what's turned up in the obstacle position. We get fire again, wands again. Now, of course, but this is the page of wands. Pages are all about messages, as you guys know. Announcements, messages. This is like the heralder in a way. So the intention may have been to herald, yeah? Herald this bold new portrait of Charles looking out at the world, dominant and forthright, etc. However, this has turned up in the obstacle message, and we can see it as reversed. So really what this says to me is this element of PR and stuff like that, I think it's backfired. It's the connotations of the picture. It's just a bit much, and it really it looks either like an inferno or it looks like blood. Not great, particularly for a royal portrait, for anyone's portrait, but a royal one of the monarch, the king, the head of state. Not so sure. The ladies are not a fan of it. Yeah. Not a big, not a big fan of it. But anyway, not always that necessarily. If we look here, this is interesting. This also deals with females with dark hair. When I read on Princess Catherine, or Kate as we call her in the UK, this card came up. Obviously this portrait isn't about Kate, it's not about that at all, but this does deal with the domesticity, the message trying to be conveyed to the ones at home, i.e. the homeland, the British people. Yeah. However, if we look here, we have the death card that has come out here. Now, the death card doesn't always literally mean death, of course. And as we can see, Prince Charles seems to be recovering from his treatment, etc. and stuff. Isn't that interesting? Oh, the Queen of with the all right. But anyway, I don't want to go down too many dark paths. But the death card can also represent transformation as well. Let's not forget that. Now, what's interesting here, though, there is a king that is being trampled underfoot. And you can see here, the Pope is here trying to plead for his life, but death doesn't care. So again, I think this alludes to, it's not come across well. It does seem to have these connotations with death, this portrait. People have described blood or fire or, pillage and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not necessarily worked out that well. And if we look here, we've got another page, this time the page of Pentacles. Now, again, the Pentacles don't only just deal with money, they also deal with values, etc., stuff like that. I think its impact, the portrait's impact, it's not come across as well or as good, I think, as the artist would have hoped. Yeah. This says to me it's moderately well received. There was one guy on the news that was saying he quite liked the picture, but he confessed that he was colorblind. So not really the biggest compliment, eh? Yeah, let's leave that there. Interesting. Base of the deck, Tower. I just find it interesting that I got the Queen of Pentacles there, and then the next card. Anyway, let's scribble through that. Won't dwell on that too long. Here, Nick Minks has asked, what will be the political implications for Slovakia after their PM survived an assassination attempt? Will it see the country become more pro-Russian? Wow. And then we've got some, let's see here. And then we've got some other questions that have come in, some Marga questions and stuff like that. So I'll do my best to kind of whip through. All right, Slovakia. What will the political implications be for Slovakia after their PM survived an assassination attempt? Will the country become more pro-Russian? Wow. Let me sip my water. A little bit of vitamin water there. All right, let's have a look. Slovakia, assassination attempt. Will they become more pro-Russian? 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 All right, interesting. All right. 361 with me now. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. Much appreciated. All right. Slovakia situation. We get wands again, fire. But this time we've got the Three of Wands. So again, this is, I associate these ones with ones with entrepreneurship, not just passion, but also entrepreneurship, business, etc. Going out into the world, getting things done. Here you can see the ships are here in the distance, and here another guy wearing a red cape, but he's prospecting, he's looking, he is summing up his chances, waiting to see what ships come in. So what this suggests to me is, in terms of, because we're talking about Slovakia here, This is Slovakia looking at the outside world and probably wondering which way to lean. Do they align themselves more with Russia, who seems to have been the instigator here? This is a total code read. I'm literally just going off the question that I saw. So for entertainment purposes only, if you guys know a bit more about the story, please furnish me with the details. But I can only say what I see. So here, this is Slovakia looking out to the world, wondering if their ships will come in. They're probably looking as well to see where they can get maybe allies and support. They need to know if they're going to be supported, if these ships will come in, or do they have to yield maybe more to the power of Russia? Yeah. However, in the obstacle position, which is never a great place to see it as an obstacle, is the moon, yeah, which deals with what? Subterfuge. Nothing is clear by moonlight. So always say with this card, what we look here, we have the tame dog and we have the wolf. So the moon card is very much archetypally trying to tame the inner beast, or the struggle between the beast and the wild, the tamed and the wild animal. Yeah. When we are tamed and stuff like that, things may feel under control, but we must also as well have to respect our vitality. However, there is that lobster that comes out. This is representing the deep unconscious. Here, the person is supposed to travel between the pillars of truth, but they have to navigate this difficult journey in moonlight. So what this shows is that there's a lot of forces going on within Slovakia, maybe even certain elements of betrayal that may be loyal to the more Russian side of things, which would have helped facilitate the assassination attempt in the first place. And those that maybe are looking out more to the West. Do you see? So it can mean both ways. It can show that maybe, you know, Slovakia is really trying to sum it up, but it says to me there could be enemies within. Yeah. Subterfuge, of course, someone's attempted to poison this person, according to the question. If we look here in the middle, we have got the Hanged Man. So this is, it's showing, this is about seeing things from a different perspective. It is not only a slow card because he's obviously hung up, but look, seeing things from a different perspective. So maybe this act of subterfuge is actually making Slovakia or the political elites or whoever's in charge see things from a different perspective. Things are going to speed up quite rapidly. Yeah, here we got the 8 of Wands, and again, wands again, passion, energy. This is also deals with things coming from the sky, and this is also how I knew. Do you remember what I said when Iran responded in, you know, in that little conflict? I said they'll come through the air. So this is things coming through the air. Speed. Yes, speed of messages. So Slovakia is obviously going to want to act quickly on this. And here we have the King of Cups. Now, as you know, usually this is my Joe Biden card, but I don't think he's involved in this. Although there maybe there might be messages of support from Biden. But this is also as well talking about potentially a compassionate leader, etc., and stuff like this. This, for me, my instinct is, even though I don't know who the president is, I suspect this is him, the one that was poisoned. Yeah, maybe it was something that he drank. Could have been something that he drank. Sometimes the cards can be quite that literal, and he's holding a cup. So that's how I'm interpreting it. So this is a change of perspective. You know, it could have been basically, they may have been more Western looking, but because of this act of subterfuge or attempted assassination, this has changed the perspective quite quickly for the leader of that nation. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it probably will make an impact. It probably will make an impact. Maybe not an obvious one, but it will make an impact. All right, let's turn over to the next page and see what's going on here. I've got to read through some. Let's see who's in the chat. Sorry, un momento, per favore. Let's see here. Oh, Manuela Orchid is here saying, hi, Hoagie. Peeps saying hello to each other here as well. Someone's saying, I love the funny quotes. Thank you. Last one was quite profound, though, wasn't it? Watching from SoCal, so from California. Thank you, Karen. Let's scroll a bit further down because, oh, what's this? Sounded like Humpy Rumpy Orange Trumpy lawyer was losing his temper before lunch, hoping that despite a slip in the info Cohen gave is damaging enough. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, CNN are getting quite hot and wet about this, to be honest. I was like, oh, this is quite, you know, they're getting very excited about this turn of events for Cohen. But as we know, there's a little bit of the old Maggedy Doodah, isn't it, on the download? Yeah. Someone's the presenters may look neat and tidy, but I think there might be a little bit of MAGA underwear underneath. Forgive me if people think that. I'm never gonna forget that stunt they pulled. Remember with the town hall? And anyway, maybe that's a bridge too far, but wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know what I mean. And then someone said here, oh my God, what the hell is that? Well, yeah, that portrait of Charles. Yeah, a bit old sinister, isn't it? So let's just see here. Look, that is very true. Every channel I'm subscribed to is saying the same about issues. Yeah. So I've got to be very, very careful. Oh, yeah. Just Kendra said, not helping the devil worship wacky royal rumors. No, of course it's not, because look at the picture. It looks like he's coming out of an inferno. I mean, all that's missing is a pitchfork, really. I don't think it's very flattering. I'll be surprised if Charles is really happy with that. I think he's quite a good actor, you know. The royals have to be quite good at smiling and receiving gifts that they don't like. Let's put it that way. All right, so let's see here. Oh, okay. Look, we got one. We got one on the debates. Let's leave that. Let's go here. Let's do this one here. So Denise Ferguson, I'm literally just scanning my eye over this now. So MAGA members of Congress are showing up in court to support Trump. Most are intimidating witnesses with social media posts. Oh, are they? Since the gag order stipulates Trump cannot direct others to intimidate witnesses, will Trump be held in contempt, or will the judge let it slide since the trial is almost over? You know what? Good question. Thank you, Denise Ferguson. The extraordinary, I think we can all agree, the extraordinary leniency that has been afforded to Duck Larange is really something quite remarkable now. And I think it's now reached the point where the stick has been held off for so long that judges are really coy about throwing the book at him, so to speak. From what I understand, as things currently are, the documents case has been delayed indefinitely, just like how I said it would. I said we have to watch out for that Eileen Cannon. If you look at my politics playlist, I have to try and remember to put that on the end after this video. Look at my Eileen Cannon video, and I said it was to do with the transit of Venus, and I said she's got a moral choice about which way she goes, whether she's going to stand by the law or if she's going to help Duck Larange. And I said I think she's going to try and help Duck Larange, and she's going to meddle and she's going to delay everything, because that would be the intention. That prediction, it's come true, like so many of the other ones. Anyway, so he's been treated very leniently. Members of Congress. So will Trump be held in contempt? Look, card fell. See what it means. Oh, look at that. He's battling, yeah. Will Trump be held in contempt, or will the judge let it slide as since the trial is almost over? All right, let's have a look, see. So the trial is almost. As you know, I select with my eyes closed. Not that you can see them closed, but they are. All right, let's have a look. A reversal. Look, do you see? That was the right way up. Do you remember? Page of Wands. Right. 387 of you now. This is very, very interesting. Okay, so what was the card that fell out? Yeah, symbolizing the whole reading and all that stuff. So here we are. This is so basically, since the gag order stipulates Trump cannot direct others to intimidate witnesses, will Trump be held in contempt, or will the judge let it slide since the trial is almost over? So look, they're in the thick of the battle. Yeah, they're in the thick of the battle. I don't know how much longer the trial has left. From what I recall, I think they were saying 10 days in total, which should mean maybe the trial is going to conclude in 3. Let's just see. What's the day today? Thursday, isn't it? So what? Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Correct me if I'm wrong in that. Let me know in the comments. But that's what I recall off the top of my head. So it's looking like it may conclude maybe latest middle of next week. This, in many ways, is talking about the energy. This is Trump feeling embattled, but I have a feeling this is also the judge. Yeah, because it's going to rely on the judge's judgment, rather. So this, to me, is talking about how the judge potentially feels. Feeling embattled, things coming from all sides. He's breaking the gag orders and he's getting his cronies to come in and help with the battle, yeah? However, if we look at the next card here, we see it is the Four of Swords. Now, this is about being wounded in battle, yeah? Wounded in battle. But it has turned up, or reflecting, meditating, etc., all of this kind of stuff. Because here you can see the person is asleep. Sometimes it can literally represent death as well. But the stained glass window is here with the light coming down. But we can consider it reversed. So that does darken the card somewhat. So I think the judge is worried about the precedent he will set if he sends Duc Larange to jail. Yeah? Because remember, Duc Larange kind of wants to be sent there because remember, he's going to be like, free Nelson Mandela. Yeah, that's the role he's going to try and take on, which is terrible. We see here, we've got the tower moment here. So I think when I tune into this, I think this is the judge is worried about the impact and maybe of his legacy and reputation as being the one who actually did it. Yeah. But what is the price of not acting? Yeah. What is the price of not acting? Let's maybe potentially hope that this is a tower moment for Duc Larange. Yeah. Where, you know, the case concludes and, you know, he's found guilty. But with the thingy bob today, tricky one. Yeah. So look, we see the tower has arrived. And I think this is to do with Cohen's cross-examination. Yeah, this is a spanner. This is an unexpected event, according to what's it called? What's his name? The one with the completely white hair and the black glasses. I completely forget his name. I mean, he could not contain his excitement. He even said, "This is so exciting." You could see, you know, you could hear the cacophony of the thing about. So he was very titillated by it all. So let's see, is it a genuine tower moment in terms of the prosecution? We shall have to see. But look here, we have got the Page of Wands, but in reverse. Again, pages are all about messaging. Wands are, of course, about passion, and this, of course, is one of the orator cards, but it's turned up in the reversal position. So in a way, it's like, I think this is dealing with the cross-examination, something that's come because look, you remember, guys, when I shuffled, you remember when the card came out, it was the right way up. I didn't flip, as you know, I didn't flip the cards. As I was just doing my shuffle, Spirit turned the card upside down, which means that the orator, now what we've got, remember, Cohen, of course, has been one of the main orators in this trial. He's been on every single show, etc., and, you know, mea culpa and all that kind of stuff, and he has had a great turnabout of face, done his time, etc. But there's been a slip up in some kind of way. This, what's his name? I don't know who he is. What's he called? Todd Blanche or something may have sown a seed of doubt. We'll have to wait to see how things transpire. But the fact that the cards turned up reverse, it shows someone's speech has been flipped. Yeah, the perception has been changed. But the outcome card here is the 6 of Cups. So maybe all works out well in the end anyway. Yeah, we will have to see. Will that be enough to undermine the overall thrust of things? Because at the end of the day, we all know she was paid, and we can all work out what Stormy was paid for, and the other lady as well, which was in order to look not look bad just before the election. So anyway, that's what the cards have to say. Let's turn that card back the white way round again. All right, thanks so much for that question. So we'll have to see. I think the judge is, as we've got a few days to go, I think the judge might let that one go. I'd be surprised if he locks up Trump now for that. May as well let it finish. That's what I suspect. Anyway, let's see. Geological diseases. Oh, there's wildfires in Canada, folks. Let's do, how am I doing on time? All right, let's have a look here. I think we'll have one on the debates. Here, there's one here about Putin. So let's have a quick read. Manuela Orchid. So hi Oki, I'm wondering if Putin is plotting something with Belarus. Ooh, the cards are jumpy because they brought nuclear gear on the Belarus area, and I'm a bit worried now, honestly. Thank you. Well, that's been happening for a little while, actually, Manuela. That's been happening for a little while because they moved that stuff over relatively early on in the conflict. And then we're going to go back to the USA and look at the televised debates. But let's see what's going on with Putinshka and nuclear gear. Yeah, let's see what's going on. All right. Putinshka, nuclear gear. And then I'll read some more comments, and then we'll talk about the debates, US election debates. So hold on, folks. Stay with me here. Let's have a look. Okay, Putinshka. All right, let's see if the Empress turns up. Yeah, always turns up with him, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Let's see who's here. Interesting. This is interesting, actually. This is interesting. All right. So first card symbolizes in much what the whole reading is about. Here we've got the Knight of Swords, what I refer to as one of the fastest. I think this is actually the fastest card in the deck. As you can see, not only is it Knight, but with the horse, all of the hooves are off the ground. He's charging forward. In some ways, you could say with this card, the best form of defense is attack. So this shows Putin's determination, particularly in regard to things, Belarus, etc., trying to entrench his position and fortify his war stance. Yeah. If we look at the obstacle card, though, here, this is the 10 of Pentacles, and this deals with legacies, etc., the establishment. I think this is his oligarchy. Maybe he's not having as much support in terms of at home of his legacy, oligarchy, etc., because this does deal with establishment, big money, entrenched money, substantial wealth as well. So I think there is an element here where the oligarchy are maybe like, yeah, as the economy maybe doesn't do so well. And there's more evidence of this as well. If we look here, we've got the 4 of Pentacles, which is about holding on to things, trying to conserve things, trying to save money, yeah, trying to deal with one's finances, not lose too much. It is also a card of prudence and frugality. But the fact that here we've got the 10 of Pentacles in the obstacle position, which I think represents Putin's oligarchy, and maybe they're waning support for him and the wider economy. And then in the middle here, we've got the Four of Pentacles. I think that there is a quiet money issue going on. If we look here, we've got the Star. Now, as you know, the Star is normally a very, very positive card about rejuvenation, etc. The universe has got your back. But as you know, I have my own interpretation for this card. And my shadow interpretation of this card is the narcissist. Yeah. How many times have we had this come up for Duck L'Orange and this, that, and the other? So here, this is talking, I think, about Putin. Yeah. Wanting to remain the star, the center of attention, trying to convey a powerful and positive image back home. Yeah. So this is what this stuff with Belarus is all about. Bolstering his power that he feels he may be losing a little bit. But look at the outcome. If we look here, it is the Five of Cups. So it's what the posturing and all of the stuff, it doesn't look like it's going to necessarily work out that well. I mean, from a tactic, Putin has to rattle his saber and appear as dangerous as possible. But honestly, nuking Europe or Ukraine, he may as well just throw it in. He may as well just throw it in Moscow's back, over Moscow, because Ukraine and Moscow are not that far apart. If the wind blows in the wrong direction, everyone is done. So I think that this is more about projecting a certain image of maintaining his star power and gravitas back home, but secretly I think Putin's kind of holding on, but his best form of defense is attack. But the oligarchy, everyone's probably quietly, they're feeling the pinch from the economy. That's what it seems like, that they don't feel as wealthy as they did before. So that's how I'm interpreting that, and I thank you so much for your question. Right, let's look at the debates. So Nick Minks has said, with the two leaders agreeing televised debates before the US elections, do the cards indicate how this will go? And as you have cards that you relate to each, whether they will show who comes over the best. Oh, interesting. And then R. Goldberg, I know who you are, has said, will Trump even show up for both either? There's no audience. Trump will show up. He'll show up. And the fact that there's no audience, in a way, it's kind of better for both men in a way. And then Denise says, another great question. Trump and Biden both agree on the 27th of June, CNN, and 10th. Oh, what's that? Because it's written in American. So the 10th of September, ABC. Trump wants to, I had to swap the numbers. Trump wants to add a Fox debate, but the agreement was only for two. Wonder if the orange one will use this as an excuse to back out of the other two. No, I don't think he will, actually. I think he's he's gonna go for it. Well, I mean, he has to anyway. I mean, he spent most of his time in court. Anyway, let's see. With the two leaders agreeing, do the cards indicate how this will go? All right. All right, let's see how it will go for each then. Let's see how it will go for Biden. Yeah. How will the debate go for Biden? And then I'll pull for Duck L'Orange. Let's see. Let's see how will it go for Biden? Let's pull down. The cards didn't jump, and as usual, I'll pick with my eyes closed. And as you know, guys, I just say what I see. That's my job. Yeah, just to read and interpret, of course. How will it go for Biden? How will it go for Biden? Picking with my eyes closed. How will it go for Biden? All right, we'll see here. Let's come up and let's also read a few comments as well. Thank you to everyone who's joined me live. Let's just move this off and let's scroll down a bit. Someone's saying technically it's fine, but the iconography, that is disturbing. Yeah, talking about King Charles's portrait. Oh, look, yeah, someone else is saying, Annie Oak saying, it would have made more sense if you'd been surrounded by green. Yeah, it's just that red, very quite sinister, quite sinister. Okay, I was scrolling down because obviously I've not scrolled for a little while because you guys will be. Oh, okay, there's an elaboration here. So Minx Nick, the PM is known to be pro-Russian and wanted to stop aid to Ukraine. The shooter, oh my God, so it had nothing to do with poison. The shooter is apparently 71 and has protested as, like other countries, Slovakia is starting to crack down on media. Wait, it's known to be pro-Russian and wanted to stop aid to Ukraine. Oh, I see. I get it. I get it. It was a citizen that attacked and tried to shoot the president of Slovakia because they feel he's pro-Russia and going with the media. Wow. All right. All right. How interesting. Thanks for that clarification there. Yeah, and then the PM was shot, Hergy, that's it. What I would say is, please put the context as well in the question. Yeah, please put the context in the question. So, because obviously assassination and stuff like, you know, could mean anything, poison, etc., what have you. But either way, there's things going on. So that makes sense. The lobster kind of coming out. This, yes. So there is a worry within Slovakia about how that relationship with Russia is going to play out. Very interesting. And let me keep scrolling down and let's read Biden cards. What's this? Someone saying, does Duck L'Orange wear a bulletproof vest? Love you. Probably. Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see how Biden will do in the debate. All right. Oh, so he gets the Emperor. 5 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, Temperance. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles is back. All right. So here for Biden, yeah, how will the debate go? What are the cards saying here? So if we look here, he gets the Emperor, which of course is, you know, it's patriarchal. It deals with leadership. It deals with authority. Yeah, it deals with, as you can see, it is also what the elder statesman who is battle hardy. Yeah, battle hardy through years and years of experience. Makes sense. Also, as well, I associate this card with Mars. You can also see that the Aries influence here with the ram's head. But this is a very Martian card. Let's not forget Biden is also a Scorpio. Yeah. So how relevant? Yeah, very relevant. However, in the obstacle position, we have the 5 of Cups. Now, you'll notice here, 3 are down, 2 are up. So what this suggests to me is that, and because it's turned up in the obstacle position, I think both men will relish the opportunity of the debate, but he does have to be wary of potential losses in the debate. However, not all is lost because 2 cups are up. So, you know, he may not necessarily have an easier time of it, but we've not seen Trump's cards yet. We have to see how his come. If we look here, though, in the middle, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So this is saying that, you know, this is in a sense of stepping into that fate and destiny, which of course is understandable, isn't it? So close to the election. It's, well, actually, no, June is actually quite far away, but relatively, but nonetheless, it could be a game changer. Yes, this is an opportunity to change the fortunes, change the polls, you know, stuff like that. So we'll see. Here we have the Temperance card, which is a very positive card, which again is about finding that balance, finding that alchemy. So the important thing for Biden is that he has to find the balance, the alchemy between being the elder statesman and being a dynamic force of America's future. Yeah. But there will be some challenges he's going to face in there. But on the whole, it seems like he might be able to balance that, you know, quite well. Again, I'm just saying what I see. The what is this called? Temperance. is known as a very positive card, and it's not turned up in the obstacle position. If we look here as well, we have here, so again, I'm interpreting the Queen of Pentacles is back again. But as you know, I interpreted this as well as the homeland. So this can also be seen as the electorate, the voter. So it looks like it might go down quite well with the voter. Whatever it is, he needs to change his alchemy with a domestic audience. Yeah, because remember, the Queen of Pentacles, it deals with a domestic environment, which is why I also refer to it as the homeland when we're talking about politics. Yeah, so that was Biden's cards. Let's look at Duck L'Orange. Crispy Duck L'Orange. How will Duck L'Orange do in the debates? How will they come out for him? And again, as you guys know, I just say what I see. Recently, not many of you, but some of you have been like, I want you to say this, and I want you to say that, and I think you mean this, and I don't think you like this person for blah, blah, blah. That's not why I set up my channel. I'm here to, obviously, as a light worker, to help spread the light and the illumination of truth. And it's very important. I try my best, and I can't speak for others. They have to take their responsibilities as they see them. But I do my best just to say what I see rather than what I want to see. I don't particularly like the portrait of Charles, but there didn't seem to be any overly malefic intentions from the artist. But it is talking about colonialism, which is kind of malefic, I suppose, isn't it? Anyway, never mind. Duck L'Orange, how will he do? Duck L'Orange. How will Crispy Duck L'Orange do in the debates? How will Crispy Duck L'Orange do in the debates? Remember, I'm selecting with my eyes closed. No plants here, as some try and suggest uncharitably. All right. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Well, it's certainly a night for wands, isn't it? Certainly a night for wands. All right. First card out, symbolizing the reading and all of this kind of stuff. We have the Queen of Wands that's turned out. Now, the Queen of Wands is about bringing things, situations, people together, being the hostess, being almost like the salon, the head of the salon, bringing everything together in a kind of passionate debate, conversation, etc., and also someone that uses their intuition. So what I suspect is, remember, wands deal with passion. I think Duck L'Orange is going to try and use it as an opportunity to entertain and be the showman. Yeah. Remember as well, the gender of the card doesn't always necessarily correspond or refer to the gender of the person. We're talking about Duck L'Orange, but this is showing the energy. So he's going to try and entertain, maybe pull a few tricks here and there. And I think he's going to be much less scripted. Yeah, because look, the black cat at the base of the Queen of Wands' feet is about using one's intuition. He's very instinctual, as we all know. Yeah. Just saying what I see. Yeah. If we look here, though, in the obstacle position, we have the Six of Pentacles. Now, this is all about what exchanges, money changing hands. Yeah. The exchanges of goods, services, charity, etc. But it's turned up in the obstacle position. So the way I'm seeing this is Duck L'Orange may not be able to grift as much as he would like off these televised debates, yeah, which will obviously, because he's going to want to stand up there and be like, give me money, I'm a billionaire, but I need every last cent you have. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, never mind. So here he's probably wanting to see it as an opportunity to raise money, but it's turned up in the obstacle position. Maybe he could be seen as the slightly more impoverished one. We'll have to see. It's the obstacle card. However, if we look in the middle, we get wands back again. And this time he gets the King of Wands in the middle. So this is again about it's about passion, it's about entrepreneurship, etc. That I think is how he's going to present himself as a businessman, as a personality, and all of this kind of stuff. And I think as well, this is also showing in terms of the support that he gets, it is going to be from business kind of business donors, etc., or those kind of men that are quite fired up in that way. But this is also showing his energy as well. However, he gets two major arcana for the outcome, and I have to cover the little bits. Yeah, we've got the Lovers card here. The Lovers card has turned up, which is about making fateful choices. And it has also got to do with, well, for me, I associate the card as well with imports and exports and the economy and stuff like that. This could be one of Biden's attacks on Duck Larange, and it could be choices he's made over the economy. Yeah, why? Look, money changing hands, the flow of cash, but in the obstacle position. Him as this entrepreneur-ish type kind of character, and the choices he's potentially made with the Lovers. Remember, there was lots of different kind of things that he's done with tariffs and stuff like that. Mind you, Biden's done a few tariff stuffs as well. But if we look here, the outcome card is, look, it's the High Priestess. So again, this is in the political context. This is also talking about subterfuge, can also talk about a predatory nature, potentially. In the positive sense, this is about kind of going into the higher realms, studying, etc., and all of this kind of stuff. But what this says to me is, because we are talking about Duck Larange, it's kind of like where Biden will go is that he'll probably, his line of attack will be connected with the economy. Yeah, will be connected with the economy. And also as well, he's going to talk about the subterfuge. Yeah, Duck Larange is subterfuge, the classified documents and stuff like that, because this can also deal with classified information. His choices around classified information. Whereas with Duck Larange, he's going to come from a more personality-based perspective, because he's not going to be able to boast that he got the best numbers for the economy, because technically he hasn't at all, has he? So he's going to have to use, he's going to be coming with his fiery energy, going on his instincts. But I think this is really, it's up to Biden to score the hits. That's how I'm seeing it, because we all know about the subterfuge. Yeah, it's the classified documents, etc. It's really obvious. We all know about the business, trade, goods and services, how he may have sold those potentially aboard, you know, him trying to be entrepreneurial and then making an extra bit of money so he can look good in front of his friends. So for Trump, it's going to be more personality based. I think Biden more policy based. And we'll have to see how that comes across with the public. Yeah, all depends, of course, on the court case as well. Anyway, last little readout. Gosh, the hour's gone in a flash. Let's just see here as well. Let me scroll down a little bit. Someone's saying, will they put Dumpy in handcuffs, and when is he found guilty? Well, yeah. Great question. We're going to find out in less than a week, really, aren't we? We're going to find out in less than a week. I mean, look, if he's not prosecuted for this, I don't even want to go there. You guys can work out. If he walks scot-free from this, it's just anyway. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. I think that to even entertain it is a bit traumatic for people. Let's just see what actually happens. But you know, if CNN are to be believed, you know, with this coup that happened in the court in regard to Michael Cohen, we'll have to see how impactful. But the Tower card did come up, so we'll have to see. As you know, I just read the cards. Someone's saying Brooklyn in the house with a Navalny picture there, JC. Let's see. Trump will not debate. It's a fake. I don't know. I disagree. I think he will. It would be insanity for him not to. And I think he got quite a lot of concessions. So if he doesn't debate, he's just going to look really weak. So I think he's going to show up. I'm going to say I'll be surprised if Duc Larange does not debate. I think he will. Yeah, it'd be insane for him not to. It's one of his only opportunities to just get his stuff across. Do you know what I mean? And it's just going to be them two in the studio as well. So he'll probably feel quite happy with that. Freedom fever is all around the world. Yes. Angela saying Melania proof vest. She's so out of there, you know. Indeed. Oh, genocide of Great American. Oh, yeah. What's this? Oh, here we are. World is purging dictators, corporate corruption, extreme and obvious imbalance of wealth is outrageous. Yes, yes. Absolutely. And last one's here. The portrait looks like how one would see if they were on high on mushrooms. Oh, okay. I will leave it there. Let's see here. Charles. So last thing here, Charles, I think wanted a more contemporary image, moving away from formality in the past. There is a great degree of skill to the painting, but the amount of red is overpowering. Yeah, and it's just a bit too much. He looks like he's covered in blood or he's on fire, which isn't never a very good look. Let's see here. And last one, Teresa says someone had a meme that showed Trump at the debate in Zoom from prison. Oh. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah, I hope justice will prevail. I will leave it there. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining me. Please don't forget as well to like and subscribe and press the bell notification if you enjoyed this content. For those of you that are, of course, thank you who have got the book. Thank you so much. The Candid Guide to Neo-Vedic Astrology. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much for the reviews. Thank you so much to everyone who is getting the book. Much appreciated and enjoying the book and reviewing it. So glad. And final thoughts as well. Don't forget as well, if you'd like to join me in Santa Fe, New Mexico in August, there are still opportunities to join me there. Just so you can find that in the description below. And then the next that you will see me will be on Hogely, of course. And who do we have on? We've got Mel and we have got Jen. So Mel, Auntie Mel is coming on. So is Jen Bushman. I think Lena said she might try from New York. And I need to dial in as well with Lady G as well. I'm going to watch some of her videos to see how she's getting on. But thank you, everyone, for joining me. I will leave it there now because I've already gone over. Thank you so much. Big love. And let's see what happens. I hope you enjoyed those readings. Yeah, quite interesting cards, eh? Interessante. All right. Bye for now.